Should we count down like it's New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Right, apparently we're
5, 4. Are we there yet? I don't know. I'm trying to. Okay, bear with me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to just pop this on here.
trying to keep an eye on the waiting room as well.
There's no sound.
No sounds.
Is this where we start singing Silent Night?
There we go.
Turn it down now.
Yeah, it's not playing very well, to be fair.
It's not playing very well. Sorry. So let's start. Shall we start?
Yeah, let's start.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say good
Can
morning.
I just welcome Paula?
Yeah.
I just welcome Charlotte, Emily. She's just joined us.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hi. She's happy to join us.
Hey, Charlotte.
So I just invited her to meet us all and see what a lovely, warm, happy community we are. She's around somewhere.
I can't see which one is it.
Charlotte, Emily. She's here somewhere.
Me.
Hey, Charlotte, I can see you there.
Ah, yeah, I can see you.
Hi.
We've met before. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. It's Paula Middleton, Paula Fern, coming to you live from our 11's Escapes page, and hopefully from a few other pages in Facebook land, because we're sharing. We are joined here today by lots and lots of amazing people. We're having a bit of a party going on. We've got a few competitions, a few quizzes to do. We're going to be talking to some of our guests and hearing all about their experiences whilst traveling the world as travel traders. And we're going to be finding out how you can earn money through travel, even in these challenging times. So we're going to be hearing from lots of different people. So welcome to our partners and welcome to our guests. It's so lovely to see you here today. Thank you so much. Apologies for the technical issues. We all know how that happens. But we're going to start with just letting you know that the competitions we're holding today, any prizes will be given to non-members only. As members of our travel club, we already get the perks that we're going to be talking about tonight. So we're very happy with that. And just to let you know, we don't own the rights to any of the music that you might hear this evening. We're going to have a little bit of a chat with the amazing Todd Strand, who's joined there with his wife, Gina. Hello, hello, hello. And
Hi,
we're gonna
everybody.
talk- Hey, we're going to talk a little bit about how our travel club works, how you can get involved, some of the advantages of having our travel club on tap to you. And I'm going to share a few videos and different things around what we've been up to over the last 12 months and what's coming up as well. You might have seen a little bit at the beginning there. So if we can start, Todd, with yourself and Gina. It's so lovely to see you there. How are you both?
Amazing. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's hard to believe we're what, eight days away from Christmas Eve, and we are now 15 days away from the entire world saying Happy New Year, which means the entire world in concert is going to be writing down, how do I make my 2022 better than my 2021? They're setting the New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions. How do I get out of debt? How do I make more money? How do I finally take the vacation I've always dreamed of doing, right? And so you're going to have everyone in the world looking for a way to improve their life. And obviously, that's what our company's all about, helping people have a better standard of life, whether it's just with our travel club, where you can join the membership. Everyone gets, somewhere between 1 and 3 vacations per year based on your level of membership, right? In fact, everyone gets 2 vacations because of the trip incentive. So everyone's getting 2 to 3 actual vacations per year. And of course, if you go out and tell 3 other people how they can save big time money on travel, well, then you get the entire thing for free. And now you're actually earning free vacations. And that's the thing that's caused us to boom. That's the thing that's caused us to spread to 60 something different countries, is the idea of showing people not only how to save big time on travel, but how they can earn free travel. That's made us very, very popular. And as we look at the new year, this past year, we've had epic growth. We broke so many ambassadors, 1-star ambassadors, 2-star ambassadors, 3-star ambassadors, which is absolutely incredible to see the kind of growth. We're having a huge surge right now. I mean, we're 8 days to Christmas Eve and we are pumping as a company. I mean, sales are coming in like crazy. And I can tell you that, in 27 years of doing the direct sales business, typically, this time of year, a lot of companies are kind of shutting things down, right? I mean, like, hey, we'll see you next year, right? Because, everyone's busy with the holidays, but we're pumping, we're growing. And anytime you have growth during the holidays, that's just a symbol of what's about to happen come January, February, March, April. Again, everyone writing down, how do I make 2022 better than 2021? They're more open-minded to maybe something new, trying something new. And so there's going to be a boom of growth, not to mention we continue to pull out of the pandemic. But equally important, this past year, we had a ton of people, all of you, got to go on the amazing vacations, right? I mean, Thomas Flowers, and we got to see you down in Hawks Cay, and I know you were in Montego Bay, and Tanya Evans. I mean, all of you guys got to go on unbelievable trips. And we've been posting those trips on social media, on our own Facebook pages. Well, guess what? This upcoming year, we have 5 times as many people who have points to go on a trip for free. That means you're going to have 5 times as many people traveling because it costs nothing. So you're going to have, tons and tons of people traveling, which means you're going to have 5 times as many posts on social media telling everybody how incredible this thing is, which means you're going to have 5 times as many people signing up into the company, which is going to cause incomes to go up by 5 times as much if you're one of the people out there really building the whole thing. And as you have that income validation happen, that causes more and more people to say, oh my gosh, I think I want to join this thing, which only causes more of the same to continue. And so we are kind of on this beginning of this rocket ride. And I want to say this very, very carefully, because as big as we are, as great as it's been, we're getting ready to enter our 10th year in business. The company's debt-free and we pay the paychecks on time every time in 60 something countries. The truth is you can go to almost any mall of any country. I don't care if you're in the UK, you're in London, you're in Belgium, you're in France, you're in the United States, you're in Mexico, you're in the Caribbean, you're wherever you want to be, you're in Asia. You could go to any mall with a bullhorn and say, I'll give you $10,000 right now if you could tell me anything about Trevorium, and your money is completely safe. No one's ever heard of us. Well, keep in mind, it took Starbucks. Starbucks, we all drink Starbucks. It took them 17 years to get to 17 stores. We think about Starbucks today where they got one on every street corner. You can't go anywhere without seeing a Starbucks, but it took them 17 years to get to 17 stores. We're going into our 10th year. We're outpacing Starbucks by a lot, by the way, but it just tells you that the real growth, the real excitement has not even begun. The top incomers haven't even joined the company yet, and it's going to be an unbelievable 2022. So as you celebrate 2021 Christmas, as you celebrate New Year's Eve with your families, and the season of giving and the season of joy and love, and reach out to people, reconnect, do it with some extra joy in your heart, knowing that, wow, I'm part of an amazing company. What a gift, and amazing things are about to happen in the next 12 months. Your thoughts?
How do I follow that? No, Todd's, completely right. I mean, some of the great things that we've experienced, especially the last 18 months, is meeting so many of you on these trips, taking our family on the trips, meeting all of you, and really looking forward to that this next year. The trips the company has planned, 5 times as many choices. Exciting, completely exciting. 2022 is going to be an amazing year.
Yeah.
I agree completely. Round of applause if anyone is has got their sound on. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Todd and Dina. And so true, because we've not seen anything yet. We're only just getting started, even though we're coming up to our 10 years. We're only just getting started, and that's because, do you know what? I've got a question for you, Todd, if I may. When you finish that little drink.
Yeah, my tea.
Your
When the
tea.
UK,
Well,
you got to drink tea when you're doing the
it's
Christmas
easy.
party in the UK.
I'm drinking lager. It looks like tea, but there you go. So what I would like to ask, now I get people saying to me all the time, I'm going to show a quick video after we've spoken, Todd, about how do you actually have that growth considering the challenges that we've got out there. So we've gone through a global pandemic, we're coming out of that now. And it's something I always talk about with people. And the first thing I say to people is, not are you going to travel in the next 6 months? It's more about, are you going to travel in the next 2 years? Because if you are, that's when you need to be talking to us. So how do you tackle that one, Todd? Because it's a question we probably all get.
Yeah, and there's a multifaceted answer. Number one, I tell people all the time, if I could go on Shark Tank, I don't know if you guys ever watch Shark Tank, but that's where you got all the billionaires up there, and you pitch your business concept, your business idea, and they decide whether or not they want to invest in what you're doing. If I could go on Shark Tank, and I would only have to tell them really 2 things. One, we're growing like crazy in spite of the pandemic, right? And when you can see the numbers, are like, oh my gosh, you're growing a travel company. You're booming in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, what else you really need to know about the strength of the leadership, the strength of the company, the strength of the product, meaning that it's that freaking good. And as we pull out of that pandemic, that's where you're going to see obviously the real excitement happen, because, month by month, year by year, most people have either had COVID or they've had the vaccination, one of the two. It's kind of a known thing today. It's not quite, what it was 12 months ago, where people kind of lived in fear of like, what is this thing? And if I touch the same can as somebody else, is my hand going to fall off, right? I mean, nobody knew what it was when it first came out. Nobody knew how fast it was going to spread. But today, we've all known people that have had it, and it's kind of a known quantity. And so we're kind of pulling out of that pandemic. Now, one of the reasons that we obviously grew is that anytime you show people how to travel for significantly less or how to travel for free, again, that's going to make you very popular in spite of a pandemic. Well, at the same time, when you look at a lot of the getaways, the resorts, things like that we have where people could go, well, it gave people something they could do. A lot of things were closed. And I can't go do this, I can't go do that, but I can go to the resort where and Paula, your family is living proof. I mean, you guys have had 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bath. I mean, you've rented these unbelievable places where you go there and it's like you got your own little apartment, if you will, when you got a full kitchen and living room and fireplace and bedrooms. You're at places where you can go hiking and biking and
yeah,
all
home from home.
Yeah,
home from home with nicer scenery, if I can say that.
Yeah,
much nicer scenery. Yeah.
So is it true that some people might be a little more fearful about traveling? Yeah, that's true. But it hasn't slowed us down as a company, meaning that our product is so good that the ones who are willing to travel have bought it in such great numbers that we're growing like crazy. And we'll obviously come back and get the rest as they feel more comfortable to travel. And that will eventually happen. Inside the travel industry, if you talk to the executives at the Hilton, the Marriott, all the various places. I'm talking about the VP of sales. They are bracing themselves for the travel boom they know that's about to happen. Because there's this pent up energy. People have not been able to do the one thing they really want to do, which is get away and go here and go there. And that's about to happen in a massive way. And you're even seeing a flood of companies, by the way, in the direct selling space, a flood of, travel companies coming out. And which is why you've heard me, talk recently about helping people understand the difference between almost every company you can think of out there that's in the travel space like us and us. And the difference is they're offering travel discounts. You join, you pay 50 to $100 a month, and you get their net travel portal. Well, we have one of those too. We rarely talk about it because it's the least exciting thing we do. But I mean, you can book travel for significantly less. And it's true. They might have a good portal and you can save money on travel. Terrific. But with us, for the same $50 to $100 a month, you're actually earning points toward an actual vacation. You're getting 2 to 3 real vacations. And you can't even begin to describe what that means to a consumer, right? So the consumer is getting more benefit, but then even culturally, as you build an organization across the world of people who are not talking about traveling, theoretically, I could travel for less, but you have an entire company full of people who are in fact going on the trips. And if some of you might see Thomas Flowers on here, TJ Boss, right? He's nodding his head big time because he was part of a company that boomed, went to 900 million in sales because they had that culture. And people weren't talking about traveling. They were in fact traveling. Now that company since has filed BK. They're no longer with us, right? Or they got issues, right? And in that company, by the way, you had to be there for 12 months just to get one trip. I mean, you had to be there for an entire year. With us, that's not the case. You can get a trip day one with the trip incentive. You can book it day one. Got to book it 30 days in advance. 4 months from now, you have enough points to go on a 7-night, 8-day vacation. Then you obviously have the world tours. If you're a platinum, you got 2 to 3 vacations. So as we continue to build that culture of people who are going here, going there, here's the social media proof. That's only going to cause us to accelerate what we've already started.
I mean, as well, thank you, Todd. But you mentioned as well about having the net rate platform. It's an amazing platform, but everything else that we've got kind of overshadows it. However, I want to give it its due because I use it all the time. I just don't end up talking about it. Yeah. I can maybe save. The last time I used it, I saved £50 for a 1-night stay in a hotel in Manchester. Now, that's not to be frowned upon. That's a lot of money for a 1-night stay in a city that is absolutely rocking as well. So, Mahmouda, yeah.
In Dubai, I saved over £300 on 1 night in a 2-bedroom apartment at the Hilton.
Every aspect of your travel is covered. I've got more questions, Todd. I don't know how busy you are today, but just stay a bit longer if you can. Now, I've got a bit of a couple of quiz questions. He knows how cheeky I can be, so he's fine with that. A couple of quiz questions for you. Okay. Now, this quiz is actually called "What is greater than?" Okay. And it's going to tie in with something else I'm going to get Todd to talk about as well. So, what is greater? The US currency or the Argentinian currency? What would you say?
Is that a question for me?
All of you, anyone who wants to answer.
I'm going to defer to the financial expert here.
Okay. Anyone want to say?
We think US.
I'm going to say US.
I'm guessing US.
Okay, another question. The currency that's in Iceland versus the UK currency.
Got to go with the pound.
Got to go with the pound.
Go UK.
Spot on. Last one now. The Indonesian currency or the currency that's in Switzerland.
I'll go with Indonesia.
I'm saying Switzerland, just because.
Switzerland,
they get all the banks there, right?
Woohoo! And for a bonus point, can you name the currencies of those countries? So we've got the US. Anyone from the US cannot answer this question.
Repeat the question, please.
What is the name of the currency in the US?
Oh, the dollar.
Yeah, what's the name of the currency in Argentina?
Mm. I don't know.
Is it
Krona. Oh, Kathy, go.
Is it pesos?
Oh, yes, it is. Pesos, isn't it? Yeah.
Woo.
And in Great Britain?
Pound?
Sterling. Great British pound.
Iceland.
Corona.
Yeah, who said that?
Charlotte.
Woohoo, Charlotte. Indonesia.
In Iceland, I was going to make the joke. They call it the cube, you know, ice cube.
Ice cube. Indonesia, anyone?
Oh, no.
I didn't say I'd give you the answers, did I? Because they're in a different notebook. And Switzerland, last one now, just for fun.
Swiss franc?
Yeah, thank you,
Come on,
thank you.
Kathy.
Now, Todd, would you like to tell us why currency is of very much of an interest to us as well within our company?
Well, we have a trading platform where we trade, you know, Forex, we trade currencies. That happens to be the single largest financial market in the world. And of course, they've obviously been doing a lot in the crypto space as well. And for, you know, those of you who may not know, my wife, Gina, she had an account that in August of 2020, the balance was roughly 30 grand. And that account blew up and went over 1.1 million. So you think about going from 30 grand to 1.1 million in a little bit over a year. I mean, that's just, you know, unbelievably explosive. And it wasn't like she did anything special. I mean, there were plenty of people who did way better than she did. That's just how incredibly explosive it's been. And it's not going away. I mean, you know, crypto is a very real thing. It is a technology. At the end of the day, some people get confused. You know, is it an alternative currency? Well, that's only part of it, right? But it's, you know, blockchain, which is actually a technology that's being used for lots of things. You know, video streaming, audio streaming, you know, decentralized social media platforms, you know, you name it. You know, some people picture a day where you can buy a house for the United States crowd. You can buy a house without needing title and escrow. You know, why do you need title and escrow? Well, how do I know you really own the home? How do I know there's not a lien against that home? Well, if you put the whole thing on the blockchain, it's a ledger that can never be changed, never be altered, and we can see the entire history of the home. It's, you know, there's no doubt who owns it. And so suddenly you're replacing all of these intermediaries in the financial sector. Well, when you think about the financial sector, it's an $87 trillion sector. I mean, it's the single largest sector in the world. And, you know, there's not been any kind of a technological innovation in finances for, you know, a couple hundred years. And so technology is finally catching up where it's going to alter, you know, some of these other kind of, you know, sectors. So it's huge. And learning about this, I mean, learning about some of the emerging technologies, learning about some of the emerging coins, as we call them, right? You know, hey, should I buy Ethereum? Should I buy Avalanche? Should I buy the Dogecoin or Shiba? I mean, all these other kind of things. Our guys are constantly putting out information in that arena, and even just one idea, she's living proof, can make your year.
Yes. This is very exciting because it is the way forward. And whenever I talk about our company, I always talk about how progressive David is. David Hart, the CEO, is an absolutely amazing family man who just looked out for us all. We're all part of an extended family, if you like. Oh, every single one of you that are on this call tonight are part of that Trevorium family. And I just think David is so forward thinking. He makes sure that we're okay, but he makes sure that our businesses are okay as well. And he makes sure that we're on the pulse with everything. I absolutely love that about him. He's so knowledgeable. So I would like to invite any of our lovely guests to have a chat with us about their experience with Forex.
For a second, sorry.
Of course.
Is the Facebook Live public? Because Thomas is asking to make it public so they can all share it.
Yeah,
I can see it. You got to go to the Dragonfly Voyagers, and you can share it from there. I found it.
Okay, cool.
I clicked on it from your page, Amuda, so thank you.
Brilliant.
So, which one of you lovely people would like to have a chat with us first? Todd, thank you, by the way, so much. You're amazing. Who would like to have a chat with us about Forex and how they found that whole experience since they've started?
Kyle. Kyle's the man.
You're the
Okay.
man, Kyle. It's over to you.
Well, wait, let me get back on. All of a sudden, it won't let me get back on the screen.
We see you. We see
We
you.
can see you.
We see you, Cal.
Hello, everybody. I was just switching to try to share it. Yeah, I've made about 50,000 this year with the platform. I'm not trading that much. I'm sort of back and forth now. I want to learn it more, but because of everything else I'm doing, I'm not in every single class every single day, but I feel very blessed with the platform. One thing I bring up all the time is that anybody that hears my voice right now could be that person that just clicks the button and gets the money. Because the instructors are so good, I'm wondering what he's going to do with the system this year coming up, because there's been some instructors that changed. So I'm wondering if the platform's going to change and get even better. I was in the system 4 months before that happened. Technically, I probably started trading more. We started in October, the end of October, beginning of November. And January, February is when I started to really try to trade. And I did cryptocurrency like about 5 years ago and got out after I got burned by some bad companies. And so I got back in and I used the information that they gave us and just learned how to use the software and the platform. And I got into a BTC trade that everybody could have been in, because we were told about that trade in the classes, the instructions, excuse me, when the instructors said it. And so it was about 3 days long, the trade that I was in, that gave me $33,000 to trade, winning. And what I ended up doing was making more than one of the same exact trade. I was duplicating them. So I would do 1, 2, or 3. And when it seemed like it was going someplace, I would take some of my profit. So I closed one of them. And if it still looked like it was going up, because I have to be skeptical. I'm born and raised, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, if I didn't tell you earlier. So I see people lose their life savings, their weekly check. I've seen that. I'm 56 years old. I've seen that since I've been a kid. My parents had grocery stores, and they rented out space to put slot machines and poker machines in it. So every single poker machine was basically, they were paying rent to be in that space, and each poker machine brought in about $4,000 or $5,000 a month, because the whole goal was just to have somebody sitting at that slot machine and put money in. So I didn't totally trust, but I trusted in the system, and the system has given me over 50,000 this year.
Wow, that is an incredible story to share with people, Cal. Thank you. And just to clarify, the way that this works, the educational platform that we've got, someone holds your hand every step of the way, and you never have to make a decision when it comes to your trading unless you are 100% sure. You will always be advised to never trade more than what you can afford to lose, because it's not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. Kyle's story is unusual, but I hear it more and more, to be fair. I am hearing it more and more often. And what I love about where you started from, Kyle, you actually started trading quite small. And like you said, you started to use what you were earning to go back into the system. And what we do is, if you can copy and paste and copy simple instructions, you can look to do what Kyle's done. Now, as I said, it's not guaranteed, but this is the way our system works. It's so simple. When I've seen those trading graphs, and before I came across this, I was like, I don't understand that. Maths is not my strong point. I'm not going to get the hang of that. And I did. And I have and it's an incredible place to be. And I think as well, Todd, if you want to add to this, the relationship that we've got with sort of, I'll call them master traders, because there are sort of educational guys that are helping us and teaching us how to do things. They're the masters at their game, and we've got such a strong relationship with them. I remember a few months ago the funny videos that they were sharing on online, and we've just got such a really strong connection with them, and I trust them completely. And I've not met them, I've not personally met them, I've just seen them online, and I trust Todd completely as well. So Todd, do you want to add anything to that?
Well, I mean, obviously they're, this is what they do for a living. And they did it for wealthy people. They did it for institutions before we ever got connected with them. And so, I mean, they're obviously very good at what they do. I mean, they do it for people who have a lot of money. And you think about people who have a lot of money, they can hire anyone they wish. They can hire the best attorneys, the best this, the best that, the best financial advisors. And many of those people have chosen to hire the same guys you now have access to. And further, there's a track record there that you can follow. They make their picks, and you can kind of say, of course you win some, lose some. Nobody wins all of your picks, but they win a lot more than they lose. And of course, obviously, you hear the proof in the pudding when you hear Kyle's story, which, I mean, Kyle, congratulations. Every time I hear, what happened for you, it's such an inspiration. But, the trading's real, crypto's real. It's just another thing that we have to help people, live that lifestyle, right? I mean, travels are our main thing. That's where most of our growth comes from. But obviously we have the trading there. And for those who've tapped into it, it's been pretty unbelievable.
It's an option, and that's exactly what this company gives us. It gives us options on so many levels. Financially, if you're looking for financial freedom, you can achieve that with this company. Financial freedom gives you choices that you might not otherwise have had, and that's exactly what this company is all about, and it's why I love it. So next, we had a bunch of world tours last year that were incredible. And I would like to hear from any one of you, well, 2 or 3 of you maybe, on different places that you've been to, and I want to hear how it was. So when we think world tours, when I've explained what world tours are to people, some people think, oh, it's a business trip. Business trips can be a little bit dull. This is not dull. These world tours are not dull in the slightest. So who would like to tell us a little bit about their world tour, any world tour that they've been on? I can see the beautiful Pastor Deborah Taylor there, and I would love to hear from you, beautiful lady. Would you be up for sharing something with us tonight?
At least it's night there. How you doing, Paula? You look great. Okay. I didn't know. I forgot to put on my hat. I'm excited about the UK team. I'm glad to see my illustrious leaders and friends, Todd and Gina Strand. Hey, Gina, that's my girl. And all of our leaders, TJ and Renethia and Jennifer and Alicia and Dr. Terry. I'm excited. It's almost like a team legacy meeting, but I am extremely excited. I mean, we are all family. Kyle, you always, whenever I decide to finally open up my 4X, I'm calling you. But I did a number of world tours. I actually did Jamaica, where I can say it was exciting. It was rejuvenating. It was right after the passing of my husband, and TJ and Renethia and the crew made sure that I had a absolute Pastor Mel a ball. It was my birthday, but and it was healing. Them young people was 63 of us, and those young people took care of me. I'd never been on a catamaran. They made sure I could get up off of it. It rained, and I mean, it was just amazing to have that kind of, especially when you're in the middle of grief, to have that type of support. So I thank God for that family. But I also did, so I did Jamaica. We did Cancun. We just got back from Cancun. That was absolutely, I love that place. At that, I actually was able to upgrade myself So I actually had my own concierge, just like I was an ambassador. I had my own concierge. I had a driver, and my driver would go pick up my friends in building 14 and take me where I want to go. All I did was get on my cell phone and tell people what I wanted, what I needed, and they would bring it to me. And so that was amazing. I caught Todd and Ryan in the pool drinking I think one of them had their hat on in the pool as I was going to the TSR restaurant. So that was great. And we had a wonderful time there. Then I did Hawaii, and I actually was able to take my 83-year-old mother, my daughter. So it was a generational trip. My mother had lived in California over almost 50 years, but she never was able to afford to go to Hawaii. And so we had moved her to Tennessee, and that was one of her bucket list life trips. She kept saying, I'm gonna die, I'm never gonna go to Hawaii. So we were able to take her, and she was so impressed with the Travorium team, meet David Hart and Adela. She was just excited. So we were able to do that. So we went to Waikiki. That was an experience. And then the other world tour that I did was San Diego. So I did 4. San Diego was amazing. It was I think out of all of them, that was the most life-changing for me. I had never been to San Diego, although a lot of my family live in California, but San Diego, I got to experience wealth. I got to experience wealth at a level that I had never seen. I'd never been around all of those yachts and all of those millionaires. And I said, even the dogs stand at attention. There's a difference between a rich dog and a poor dog. I'm not afraid of the rich dogs. I'm about to get me a rich dog, right? It was something, and to be able to hang out with the leaders, and Gina and Maria had just came back from Louis Vuitton, and they had got their purse, and that program had started. And so San Diego was really life-changing for me as a leader, to help me to recognize that Travorium is going to be around for a long time. It's going to be here. And that's important to me, I'll be 65 in June. That's important to me. I know I don't look it, but I will be. Hallelujah.
65
right?
years young. 65 years young. That's what
65 years young. And so somebody called me today about Medicare or Medicaid. I said, I don't even know what that is, but they say you qualify in June. I said, oh, okay. Right. But I am excited about Travorium. You can't miss the opportunity to be able to not only travel, but to create an income. And I only wanted to create this income. I don't know in the UK if they have Social Security, but I was unemployed when I started, and I was supposed to get Social Security in 2 years. And all I wanted to do was match my Social Security at $1,500 a month, which is a 2-star director, which I far exceeded that. And I can proudly say that probably in a couple of weeks, I'll be an ambassador for sure. The numbers are going up, and we'll make a 6-figure income. I wonder, do I got to give my Social Security back or something? Anyway, not y'all to tell me that, right? And I'm 3 cars. Somebody asked me, well, how many cars have Travorium bought you? They actually have bought me 3. So by my first car, I bought a Nissan Rogue 2018, which I just decided to keep and give it to my granddaughter. And then they bought my husband a 2020 Telluride through Travorium. And then I just got a BMW 2021. So we've gotten 3 cars. We just have been immensely blessed, going from unemployment. Did I say unemployment after 41 years with the government to this platform? I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy, but what I'm going to tell you is that you surround yourself with great people, you stay consistent, you stay focused, and you stick and you stay. That's my motto. You
They
stick
can
and you
stay.
stay.
Deborah, may I ask you a question? I remember when
Yes,
you were
ma'am.
coming up to 2-star, and I remember seeing you on live videos and talking about it and saying that has been your goal. And all of a sudden you kind of then said, actually, I'm going to go further. I'm going to keep going with this. Is there something that sort of switched, or did you find that the transition from that 2-star to continue upwards with the way that our company works in its compensation plan, did you find that a little easier than you imagined it to be? What was that
Oh
like
no, it
for you
wasn't
making that
easy.
No,
It
it's
wasn't
hard
easy,
work,
but
consistency.
what changed for me, let me tell you what changed for me, everyone. What changed for me is I lost a lot. David Hart always says to me, when I hit ambassador, I will definitely deserve it. I've been through a lot, right? When I came into this business, I had a lot of struggles, even with a sick husband. But when I got to 2-star and was almost 3-star, I lost a great amount of my team and a very prominent leader. But what made me angry was what they said to me when they left.
Yeah.
And I decided, I'll show you better than I could tell you.
Channel that. So you channel that into.
I'll show you, because they begin to tell me things like you'll never rank up in that company. It's a setup. It's this, it's that. Only people ever going to make some money, or the da 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 da. I mean, just all kinds of, trying to pull me away. But me and Mel made a pact. Mel, and I can't wait for him to rank up, but we made a pact that we would stick and stay. And right after that, so a phenomenal leader joined my team called Reverend Judy Cunningham. And with her, she brought 2 young people, TJ Boss and Renethia Curtis. And David always say, you're one person away from a massive explosion in your business. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Phil woke up, because she was being mentored by the same person. And she woke up and she has hit 3 ranks in less than a year. In March, it will be a year. And all of a sudden she woke up. And then when she woke up, the leg that I called, then Jennifer woke up, and the people started waking up. And so the leg that I called my love leg, which was my weak leg, actually decided, oh, we are alive. I'm just telling you the truth. Then the leg that I thought was going to be was the bomb already, the ambassador leg, took a dive, dive, attacked. And here recently, the Lord has truly blessed. We have some phenomenal people in that book of business, and that leg. Even Pastor Mel Keys put in 9 people in the last week and a half. And so I'm saying that you just got to stick. You got to stay. You got to be consistent. I have a meeting with Tanzania and Zambia today sometime. I'm waiting on a call. So I'm just saying that, and it's lonely. It can get lonely at the top. I mean, I've been in a very bad depression for the last 2 weeks. Lots been going on. My granddaughter's house caught on fire. I became displaced. People don't know your backstory. Unless they're a leader. I know David called me the other day, just to check on me, but people don't know the backstory. So I'm telling you that it ain't going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Yeah. It's going to be worth it for us.
Yes.
And everybody on this screen is in a powerful position. Can you imagine? And I may not live to see it, but can you imagine 10 years from now, 5 years from now? I tell my leaders all the time, I said, these young people, TJ, Renethia, the Wrights, Jennifer, Regina, all of these young people that are in position right now, they're going to make a killing. They're going to make a killing. All of y'all, the UK, Mahmuda, all of you are going to make a killing, because Trevorium is going to be here for a lifetime. I know the integrity of David Hart.
Yes.
And Adela Hart. I know their heart for people. I know that they care about people. See, I've been in network marketing and businesses, and I didn't get on here to preach, but I've been in network marketing business where the CEO did not care. I can truly say that David Hart cares about people. And since I've been through this grief period, I don't know what I would have did without Terroria and the leaders that I have. I just don't know what I would have done. And they have become family to me, all of them, from the top, Daryl and Maria, Todd, even to my leaders that I have now. I just don't know what I would have done. So no, it has not been easy. But I said, I'm gonna be the proof that the old lady, me, at 60 years old, can go from the bottom of that comp plan to the top of that comp plan. And if you work it, right? Pastor Phyllis is doing it way faster than I did. She hit 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star in a matter of months.
Wow.
Amazing.
So it can be done. You just got to be consistent. So during this season, just do it. Just do it.
Paul, I have an appointment I have to go to, so I have to hop off. But Pastor Deborah Taylor, we love you. Cannot wait for you to be an ambassador in a couple of weeks. Great job, everybody. It's going to be an unbelievable new year. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love you
Have
guys.
a lovely day. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Both.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Can
So
I
hang
just
in
say
there.
something?
Deborah,
Right. One of the things you haven't mentioned is the fact that it's willable, and you were saying about your late husband, and that is something about our business that not everybody might know. It's willable, so you can pass it on to the next generations. So obviously Deborah can attest to this fact, as it's happened to her recently.
And that's something that I think they put in the business as a clause. I think my husband may be the first that have passed. And what we did is we wanted to set a precedence of what you can do. Now, I could have just turned it over to one of my kids and gave them that book of business, and they would have been happy. But fortunately, all of them are in the business, right? So they are, their dad all gave them all the business as a gift. And so I wanted to honor my husband, and I work with Trevorium, and we've set up a trust. So that money as the business is almost a 3-star, and our goal is to make it an ambassador of business. And all of that money will go into a charitable trust. We've already given $1,000 to a national organization that sponsors fathers. We'll give another $1,000 to domestic violence. We had a daughter that was murdered at 19. So we already did that. We gave $1,000 there. And then we'll set up the trust where there's a certain amount that will actually go into an eVest account for my great-granddaughter and my granddaughter that's 3 and 4.
Then that's amazing. That is just so amazing.
Deborah, you never fail to absolutely inspire me. And I'm sorry that you've had an emotionally tough couple of weeks. You've had an emotionally tough long while, really. What I would say is, during our trainings and everything that we get from the business for free, and all the absolutely amazing sort of guidance that we get from our mentors and everything, one of the things is always about mindset. Now, I don't think you would have been able to keep the focus as you have. And let me tell you, you inspire me every day. I think you are so strong. You're an amazing lady, and you've done so much. I'm getting quite emotional, actually. And I could feel the emotion and hear the emotion in your voice when you were talking just now. I think mindset is one of the most important things we can ever improve. So we will always improve the way that we work our business, the way that we might do trades. But if you're not doing anything with this, you're not going to be able to keep up anyway. And I think, Deborah, I think you're testament to that as well, because you've been through such a tough time and yet you're still there. And you're going to be ambassador, and I want to celebrate with you when you are. Please.
We're going to celebrate. That's for sure. My team loves to celebrate. We're going to celebrate good times. And I am so excited for them. Arrogance, she called me and it just blessed me today. She's a young person who just I became aware of on our team, but she blessed me. What I told her is that I just believe that in this dispensation of time, we have to learn how to be a blessing. I believe that God brings increase into our life in order for us to be a blessing to others. And the more we bless others, right? But it also has to do with your faith. Yeah. See, I could have left with the other leaders. I could have, right? It has to do with your belief. And one thing that I can say, the belief, you got to get your belief up and you got to get your faith up, because everybody that start with you ain't gonna, listen to me, y'all. Everybody that start with you is not gonna finish with you. I was telling this a young lady today, a young lady blessed me. She called me, very, very seldom hear from her in the business. And she wanted to put in her whole family, her husband, her children, and it's actually on the ambassador leg I need. And so she's doing it tomorrow. She wanted to know, how could she do that? How could she be a blessing? And the reason she wanted to do that is because she happened to get on the call the other night when I think TJ was on, and I was sharing about, or she heard about the memorial for my husband, and how I was saying that people should buy this as a gift. Listen to everybody in Facebook land, buy this club as a gift to your family to create memories. And she heard it. And she said she had maybe 20 something grandchildren or something. And she wanted to leave legacy and travel with her grandchildren. So she was buying all of her children a club.
Yeah.
Platinum.
Absolutely. When my children hit, I've got 4 children, none of them are 18 yet, but when they hit 18, they will be joining the club as well.
3 of mine already joined, and
yeah,
my youngest is still 16, so he's not quite old enough yet, and my mum as well. So I'm getting there. One more to in my family.
And the reason for that for me as well is I'm outpriced in travel. If I didn't have this club, I wouldn't be able to consider any trips abroad to come and see you guys in the States or go anywhere else, because I've got 4 children. I'm a single mum, and I wouldn't be able to afford to just go down your traditional route of going to a travel agent because of how hyped up the prices are. And believe you me, some of those prices are hyped up because of the challenges we've had recently. We don't do that. We don't need to do that because of the way the business model is. You just can't get the prices we have through travel agents. It's impossible, because I've tried and it can't be done. So yes, my children will be, I'll be gifting this to my children as well. So thank you, Deborah. That was absolutely
so if you build it to a 2-star director, it's willable. It's passable or willable. So you can give it to someone. You know, some people be trying to buy people's business, but if you do that, I think that's a great testimony to Travorium to build legacy.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was just absolutely amazing.
Awesome. That was awesome.
TJ, hello. You unmuted then. Stay unmuted. Would you like to say a few words? Tell us how you are, where you're at, what you're looking forward to.
Hey, everybody. I'm actually right down the street from Arrow. I'm here in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm excited about being on this call. You guys, this is just amazing. Coach D, that was so heartfelt. Thank you so much for that. Thank y'all for putting this together. You know, happy holidays to everybody. But Travorium is definitely a gift of all gifts, you guys. It is definitely a gift that keeps on going. I saw this last year. I've only been a member for a year, a little over a year now, probably like a week or so, over a year. And I've hit 1 star, on the edge of hitting 2-star with this amazing company. I've been on 2 amazing world tours since off the tide. And I was just talking about them earlier with Arrogance. We was talking, and I was telling how we got to just sit down and conversate with leaders of this company and just, you know, share ideas and hear of things that's to come. And just be relaxing on these amazing trips. Of course, the Jamaica one, Coach D, we had an amazing time. Our first meeting of Coach D just was amazing out in Memphis, Tennessee. when she put together a conference for the team, and we went out there and had an amazing time and met some of the most amazing people, and we're just rocking it out with each other. And I love that, and I love that support, and the support. You see it right now. You guys are in UK, and we're here in the US, and we got other people all over the globe that is also tuning in, even on Facebook right now. But to have that support and that backing of people that are like-minded, and I'm going to say not just like-minded, but also think outside of the box and love to grow and are growing with you, it's just amazing. Like I said, from the trips to the personal development, you can't beat it. You definitely cannot beat it. I also am a travel trader. So everything they said about with getting into the Forex, you guys, is amazing. I was afraid of it too. Then once I got into it, it made sense. I was like, if I get $50 profit, I'm out. You're right. I was like, oh, $50 good, I'm out. But it was just so exciting. It's like playing a video game, once I learned it. But the trips, you can't beat. I'm so excited for next year and what's going to be my birthday trip for next year. Like Jamaica was my birthday along with Coach D. So we share a birthday month because we cancers, we're party animals. But we love it. We love big, we love hard. Here over in Trevorium, and we also want everybody to be successful. And that's one major thing that I think is the top thing about this company, about the CEO and on down. They want everybody to win. So I just absolutely love it, you guys. Thank you so much for letting me speak, and just let me be here all together. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you very much. I'd like to add to that, because the ethics and the integrity of every single person that I know within this company, but also it goes up to the top. And I think that's why we are as we are, because I think David and Adela kind of draw those kind of people to them. And that's why it works so well. And yes, thank you. Thank you, TJ. Would anyone else like to chat? Tanya, would you like to have a chat with us tonight?
I thought you'd never ask. I just been bubbling on the inside, because y'all know I can't hold water in a brand new pail. Let me tell you all about what Trevorium has done for me in my life. Just like Coach D, what I've learned about this business is that I have a lot of things in common with a lot of people, things that we didn't even want to be in common. Like, I'm sure Coach D did not want to lose a child. Neither did I. So we're in that club that nobody asked to be in, just like Mamu. She lost her husband. I'm sure she didn't want to lose her husband. But for whatever reason, God does things. He brought us all together. And with this company, I think me and my husband has been on 17 different vacations. We just came back from Vegas. We went there for a week. Yeah, we was down in Kyle's neck of the woods. We was there for a week. And all that time we had so much to do, but for $80.49, I can't wait to go again for a whole week in Vegas. And anybody that's ever been to Vegas know that Vegas is a place that never sleeps. I mean, one of the people, we met some people down in Vegas, and they was trying to take us to Fremont Street to have the Fremont experience at 3 o'clock in the morning, because they said it was still up. They were still woke. I mean, but what got me was the fact that this business allows you to sow into yourself. And what I've learned is we sacrifice for things that we want to do, what we have to do. We sacrifice. If we see a pair of shoes that I'm talking about me, I'm not going to, if y'all can agree, just nod your head or blink. You ain't got to agree with me out loud, but I like shoes. I don't need no shoes, but if I see a pair of shoes that I like, I will buy them and probably will never wear them. So I say that to say this: vacationing, you see everybody on the screen, we look so young. Vacations do that to you. They give you a reset. And each and every last one of these vacations has been if it hasn't been a griefcation for me, it's been a honeymoon. Because I just got married 4 years ago. It don't seem that long. It just don't. Time has gone by so fast. But because of Trevorium, We keep the spice alive. We get to go on when we go on, we going on honeymoons, and we do leave our rooms because this business, this opportunity, this space allows us to see things and do things that we would have never thought of even doing, you know? So, I mean, it's been a blessing. And the fact that I run this as a business at my home, tax write-off. It's a win, and win some more with Travaria. So that's all I can say, because I can go on and on and on about the blessings of this company. But it's really been, on a serious note, it's really been a blessing to my mental health.
Yeah,
Oh, wonderful. That was
yeah.
A change of scenery. It's just that. And it's a whole world out there. We got to go see it. We got to live before we die.
Absolutely, 100%.
Love it.
Yeah.
Kayla, are you able to talk to us now? Yay!
Yes. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Marvelous.
you?
Thank for seeing
Hey.
you, darling.
I am so excited to be on this call with my sisters from across the pond and all of my U.S. Friends and family. Man, what can I say? Impactful. That is my word for today, impactful. Travarium has allowed all of us to leave a positive impact in the lives of our family and our friends. Anyone that we share this opportunity with will never be the same. Not with Travarium. I can remember as a little girl, I used to dream of going, as Maria say, bye-bye. She's a Cancer too, Thomas. So us cats, I don't know what it is about us Cancers. We like to go. So for me, Paris was my place to be. I took French in high school and college because I'm going to Paris. Never knew how I was going to get there, but thank God for someone seeing me travel the way I used to travel by paying a travel agent on a payment plan and going somewhere once a year, paying $1,500 or more. And they say, Kayla, I got something I want to share with you. I say, what? She's like, yeah, I see you traveling. I gotta wait for you. You can do this and not break the bank, and you don't have to be on a payment plan. And I'm gonna be quite honest. I got it. I activated. I didn't do nothing with it because you see what I do for a living. I just didn't have the time to just stop. But baby, let me tell you, once I stopped and took my first trip, it's been on and popping ever since. I have did totally 7 trips this year. And I work full time. This is my busy season. But I said, you know what, if I did not take the time out to sit and come in here and bless somebody with sharing the opportunity of Travarium, I don't ever want to leave anybody the same way when they came to me. My world is done, and my line for 2022, how impactful am I going to be to the person that crossed my path? I'm Kayla and I'm done.
Woo! Thank you. The word blessing has been said so many times, and I would like to say I have been blessed by being in this company, by knowing you all. I have been meeting some of you, not all of you yet, but I will. And I would like to say thank you to Paula for introducing me to this company. I mean, 3 years ago when I joined, I was a different person. The last weekend was my husband's death anniversary, and it's not been anything like it's been over the years. 15 years he's been gone, but every year has been the same, where I've been crying for 7 months of the year. Not this time. And that's thanks to all of you guys and everybody in Travarium. And I just love you all. So thank you so much for being here, being part of my life. Definitely blessings.
Thank you. Thank you, Moo. Oh,
And
she's getting all
Stella as well.
emotional now because you've set me off. Wow, someone wrote in the chat on Zoom how emotional they felt. And, you know, it's been one of those evenings, I think. And I know it's not evening for you all, but it's evening here in the UK. And it's been really emotional for me as well. And I think most of us are at that point. Now, we've got a quiz. Would you like to do maybe 5 questions? Shall we just do a few questions? Let's lighten the mood a little and just do a few quiz questions just for fun. shout out the answer if you want, put it in the chat. Let's just do a couple of those questions. What do you think, ladies?
Yeah. Shell's one.
And Jen?
Yeah. Me?
Sorry.
Me?
Did someone speak then? Yeah, go Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I talk too fast, just let me know.
Or the accent.
Because
The
I
girl
am
is from
Welsh.
Wales in the UK and,
I am
and
Welsh.
she does talk quite quickly. So yes, nice and slow, please.
Okay, so the questions I picked Disney because a lot of you are American. Okay.
And Disney's the best.
Okay, so question 1. What does Hakuna Matata mean?
No worries.
Yay!
You beat me to it, Arrow.
Practice
I had
that.
to sing the song in my head first.
Yeah. Can any of you name the 7 dwarfs?
Can we do it as a team?
Don't
Can we do it as a
be
team?
Sleepy.
Sleepy.
Don't be sleazy. Sneezy.
Grumpy.
Happy. Happy.
Did you get
I'm missing one more.
What have we got?
Lazy.
And lazy.
There's no lazy.
It's not a lady.
Oh.
There ain't no lazy.
No.
Grumpy.
Sorry, Tanya.
You said grumpy.
Oh, you said grumpy.
We've got Clock, Grumpy,
Yeah.
Happy,
That's me.
Sleepy,
That's her.
that's me. Bashful, that's me.
Ashful.
That's the one everybody forgets.
Yeah.
Sneezy,
Yeah, because he don't say much.
Sneezy and Sophie. Question 3.
Yeah.
How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have?
Ooh.
3.
And a third.
4.
4.
Bugs Bunny has 3 though, and he's Warner Brothers.
Thomas said 4. Thomas said 4.
4.
It's
Okay,
not
then.
really something I've ever thought about, if I'm
Well,
being
no,
honest.
Number 4. Angelina Jolie played which Disney villain?
Maleficent.
That's me as well.
There it is. And number 5. What is the name of Sleeping Beauty's prince?
Say that again, Shell.
Prince Charming.
Who said that?
No, he's got a name. What
Wait.
is the name of Sleeping Beauty's prince?
Philip.
Prince Charles.
Oh.
You say Steven.
Right, that's right.
Prince
It's not
Philip.
Charming.
Well, he is Prince Charming, but his real name is Philip.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Sorry. Okay.
I never knew that. I never knew
Yeah.
that.
I knew it.
You learn something new every day, eh, Paula?
You certainly do. Yes, you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, you do.
So all 5.
So-
That was 5, yeah.
That's 5.
Thank you, Shell.
No
That
worries.
was fun.
That was fun. Would anyone else like to say a few words about where they're at, what they're looking forward to, what's happening for them? I can open up the floor.
Well, something I want to add on is a lot of people that get into this business with us probably was in some type of package before or company before. And I did those shakes and those teas in the past, and I was with that company for 9 years when I shouldn't have been in there 9 months or 9 days. I did lose the weight, but other than that, I really didn't make money with that. But I stuck and stayed for 9 years with that company thinking it's going to change. The first day, week, month of being with this company, I only wanted a trip with this job, with getting into this company. I'm working on 19, 20, and 21 right now because they're paid for, but I don't know when I'm taking them. So no matter what you do, stick and stay and just enjoy the benefits. If you don't get anybody to sign up, the people that I started with, none of them are with me now. But that's okay. Why? Because I got that trip. It took 3 years to be with this company before I took that trip. And another thing that held me back was the job. This year I got rid of that job.
Yay!
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Today I got rid of mine, so I'm with you, brother.
I'm working on
Well,
it.
you know,
I'm
everybody
working on
got
it.
have issues behind, they're dealing with that everybody might not know. I'm not Mr. Rockstar or anything, but I am blessed with this company. As I said, I didn't travel for 19 years. Now I'm planning trip 19, 20, and 21.
Wow. That's huge.
I never met the CEOs from those other companies. I never talked to the family of those companies. I know David Hart's phone number, his email, his Facebook. And when we were in Cancun a little over a month ago, I was taking pictures of that flag on the beach. And guess who walked by? Adela Hart. And she gave me this, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talked for 20, 30 minutes, and she gave me this before she went to the gym. And it's basically for a book, because we were talking about personal development.
Yeah.
She gave me this. I didn't ask for anything. Everybody's talking about the rings and everything. The trip, and this is the biggest gifts that I've gotten from this company. I'll be blessed. I don't care if I'm an ambassador or not. Knowing people at the top that care that much, like everybody else is saying, they care. They care. You might not hear about the stuff that's happening behind closed doors, but that means it's even a better company. Because I remember being in that shake company and seeing those people on the stage, and one looked like Tom Cruise and his wife looked like Barbie. They was fake. And another one looked like some people that I know, and they were fake.
Yeah.
And they could cry just by turning on a light switch. And after being in that company for 9 years, I knew it the first day, but I said, well, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine. That's okay. I got in this company, everything about it, ethical, is great.
I love that. I absolutely love that. That is a huge, huge testimony to share, because it's not about what you were given, that token that you were given. It was about that quality time. You won't find that everywhere else. It doesn't happen. And like you mentioned about being false, being fake, I've been burned in business before. At the time, you think, oh yeah, this is the real deal. I've been looking for a while and this is the real deal. And then the cracks start to sort of appear, and you want to have that belief. So you carry on maybe for a little while. Now, I've been in this business for 3 years, just over 3 years. There's not been a tiny little hairline fracture anywhere. There just isn't. It's solid as a rock. And the reason I can say that is because, going back to what I said before, is we're progressive. We're evolving all the time. And when you see a company change things up too much, when it completely change things that they're doing, excuse me, alarm bells ring. What David Hart and Adela Hart do, they're not changing things, they're adding to what we've already got. Now that is a big deal. And we've been going for nearly 10 years. Now, you wouldn't have made it through the 3-year track if you didn't have sort of that basis to sort of plan your business. David and Adela, they should be knighted. Knighted in the UK, Sir David. But they're doing special things and they're genuine. We were lucky enough to have David Hart come over with Todd Strand as well to the UK, and we've met David Hart. And I have to meet people. I do. I mean, you guys, I absolutely love you. I can't wait to meet you in person, because I think we're just going to vibe so easily. But I like to meet people that are pulling the strings. And I was very fortunate to meet David Hart. And I think we all said, I think everyone from the UK that's on now was there at the time of meeting him. Yeah. You could just feel the authenticity. He wants to help people. That's what he wants to do. And he wants to get us involved so that we can go out there and do the same thing. And it's heartwarming, because not everybody who has the capabilities of building a business in the way that David has and producing a business. Not everyone does it from the right place. So we are in a very, very special position.
When David came to the UK, I stayed in the hotel the night before, and I was in the waiting room, in the lobby, and I saw him, and I was like starstruck. I was like, "You're David! Oh my God, you're David!" I felt so embarrassed afterwards. I thought, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, it's really funny that you said that, because I think about all the businesses that we frequent on a regular basis. When we go out to eat, nobody's general manager is coming out to the table to talk to you, to let you know that they appreciate you coming to their restaurant. And what I've met, I mean, when I met David and Adela and Todd and Gina, I promise you, it's like we met each other on screen, but when we seen each other face to face, it was like we knew each other. Like, Todd got my number, I got his number, and when he told me, give me a call, I was like, me? A millionaire want me to call him. So, you know, birds of a feather flock together. So when you start this game, this whole game is like follow the leader. As long as you follow what the leaders do, you're going to get the same results as the leaders. I got a comma in my check because of Coach D and joining her comma club, and I'm not even on her team. A lot of us is not even on the same team, but we are a legit family. Kyle reaches out to me, gives me little pointers and stuff like that, because I do the travel trading too, and I haven't played around with real money, but I have taken $1,000 demo account and grew it to 50,000. So you can just imagine, that's what I'm looking forward to 2022, because that's the year of double blessings. So I'm gonna, since I got this travel down pat, I'm gonna focus all of my energy and my time on this Forex, because I love learning stuff new. And I'm like Paula, I wasn't good at math, but I know how to count money. I do know how to count that money. So
there will come a time. So all of us that have had the experience of being able to sit in the presence of David and Adela Hart, Todd Strand, Daryl and Maria, but there will become a time where the teams will be so big that they will not have that experience. So don't take that lightly. Me and Danny Saginaw was talking about that in San Diego. There will come a time that we have access to his number. We can text them. I have Adela's number. I have all of their numbers, but there will become a time where some of our team members will never have the experiences, y'all, that we've had. That's why I know that everyone on this screen is going to be a leader, right? And although the company is 10 years old, it really has taken its evolution. It has not even hit momentum, but it has reinvented itself in the last 4 years, even the last 3 years. So really it's a 3-year-old company. And so you're at the beginning. It's almost like a launch. I believe the 2022 will be the relaunch of Trevorium. And all of you are at the top of that comp plan. That in itself is amazing. Some of you are going to become multi-millionaires, I believe, just by your placement. There are people in my downline that, and I don't even like to say downline, I'm going to say my partner line, that are 2-star directors and don't have their 3. There are people in my downline that have enough volume to be a 4-star director and never go in their back office. But some of us are in those type of positions, and some people will come and they'll come after you and they'll come after you, but you are in a position, if you work now, you 4 years from now, 3 years from now, even next year, I tell people, I tell the team that I oversee, I know that we will have at least 12 ambassadors in this next year or two. I already know it's going to happen. It's going to happen so fast, right? And it's just going to happen really fast because, one, we working together. We care about people, but it's going to happen. And there's going to be a certain, because the Lord showed me I'm not going to be the first. I'm going to be the one that's going to create the popcorn. You know, there's always in the pot, there's a kernel that says pop, and then all of a sudden it goes boom. That's exactly how it's going to happen. It's going to happen that way.
Yes.
And Paula and Mahmuda and every last one of you are in that same position to be able to launch and to move the UK to a place that nobody else will be able to move. They'll never have the first movers advantage. This is what we call in network the first movers advantage. And many of us have been in companies, but we've never been in the first movers advantage. I was just asked to be part of a travel company that's launching. And that first thing they said, you want first movers advantage. But the thing is, my whole thing is that what happens to the people on the bottom who can't eat? Right? So you get all the money from the top and then you shift and you move to another company. Well, in Travorium, we're not doing that. No. Right? David don't buy leaders.
No.
Right? He's looking for people like us
that are going to keep it on that level,
keep
Deborah.
Building, right, and be the testimony. He does not buy leaders, and a lot of companies buy leaders. And so I just wanted to say that you're every last one of you are in an excellent position, right? Alicia Davis on here came into this business a few months ago, and she kicking butt and taking names. Woo. She works like an ambassador. I mean, she works like I literally have seen her touch 200 people in one day. I mean, she's working, and there's no way you can't get fruit from that, right? So when you see people working like that, but if you're only touching a person here and a person there, of course, you're not going to grow as fast. But if you're touching and you're consistently working your business, eventually that thing is going to take off like popcorn. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, this, for me personally, this has been one of my worst 2 weeks in the business, as far as mentally and not feeling good and all of that. But I looked at my back office a few minutes ago, and I'm probably a good 1,500 away from from ambassador. So the business is steady growing. A matter of fact, it's growing, and I'm kind of done slowed down. And that's the exciting thing about this business. So I just wanted to say that to encourage each and every one of you and all of those people out there, especially in this season of giving, this season of Christmas, in this season of, and I respect highly Mahmuda and those of us that are not Christians, but I respect everyone. But at the end of the day, it's all about what we can give and sow into each other. And so I'll leave that with you. I just want to just give, sow into each other. And there's nothing wrong with me helping you, Paula, helping Kyla, there's nothing wrong with us helping each other, because if we help each other, if you help other people get what they want, I guarantee you God's going to give you what you want.
Amen.
And so that's what I'm living off now. I'm living off the residual blessings, because the Lord knew that this week, this month was going to be hard for me. And I'm actually living off the residual blessing and watching the Lord just build this business. So I know that if it's keep going like it's going, by the end of the month, it's done. I already know.
Yes. And you know what? You've given me goosebumps. You've given me shivers, because that's just, it's so touching what you've just said, Deborah. So thank you. And I'm conscious now of the time. I'm conscious that you guys are amazing for spending so much time with us this evening. And I would like to say a huge, huge thank you. I am going to end on a video that talks about I kind of stole it off Todd Strand, but he didn't copyright Someday I'll. So I've kind of used it in a video that I'd like you to watch. So have a watch of this. Have an absolutely wonderful Christmas. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on. It's been absolutely amazing. It's quite emotional as well. And I just want to say thank you. because you're just amazing. I look forward to meeting you in person. Thank you.
Thank you all.
I'm going to share my screen and then I will be wrapping up, but thank you very much, guys. Feel all emotional, and if you guys do too, cry, it's okay to do that, you know. I'm going to press play and hope you can hear this. Please let me know.
No sound.
No sound. Can you see it okay?
See it, but there's no sound to it.
Just watch then.
Should give you a speaker box.
I will share the link below as well. I am sorry, it's my internet, but we're talking about how we get so busy through the year. We just get so busy all the time, and we always say someday I will do whatever. And now, when is someday going to come? So much that goes on. Just take someday and do it now.
If not now, when?
Exactly.
And if not you, who?
Someday I'll make it now.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Exactly. So I'm going to end it there, but thank you so much. I will put the video in the comments below. Thank you all for coming on tonight.
Yeah. Before you end it,
Amazing.
Paula, is there anybody else that wanted to say anything, or?
Yes.
Go on then. Go on, Daryl.
Daryl.
I'm sat here quietly organised, but yes, there's one thing I would like to say. I've got a big birthday coming next year. We won't go into that. But the older
21.
No, we don't talk about it. But the older I get, the more memories I want to leave behind me. You know, with my family and my grandchildren, I just want to have memories so that they don't forget me when I'm gone. They'll remember all the places I took them and the fun that we had, rather than the things I bought them, if you know what I mean. More about experiencing life together and the richness of life. And that's what this company gives me the opportunity to do, which I never would have had otherwise. You know, and that's what, and another thing I would like to say, I know we talked about business a lot, but it's not just about the business.
Family.
It's family, but also you can just enjoy the benefits of being a member, because it's a win-win situation. You're going to get the benefits whether you know, if you run a business, you're going to get the benefits of building an income. But if you don't want to run a business, you're still going to get the benefits that the company gives you, with all the discounts and the resorts and the places you can travel. And, you know, if you did get around to inviting 3 people over a period of time, all those points are going to be free anyway. And that's all you don't have to do anything else other than that. That's all you need to do. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. But I just want to say that I appreciate so much meeting you all you guys, and you being here with us tonight. It's absolutely heartwarming. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
I just say there's one guy turned up for a little while. I invited him in, and his name is Tyrone, and he lives in New York City. And he's going to come in January on the FX side. Woo! And I just wanted, Kyle, I don't know if you've gone, if I can introduce him to you on Messenger, Carl Fella, so that he's got somebody to, a like-minded person that he can have a chat with about it when he joins us, so that he doesn't feel on his own.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, Carl.
Awesome.
Woo. Thank
Tanya
you, everybody,
and
for taking time
Tanya
out.
and Marcy are doing a presentation tomorrow. Do you know what time it is UK time? Please feel free to put have a look on Facebook if you've not already for 11's Escapes with Dragonfly Voyagers, and that's the main page that we are going live from. So that's 11's Escapes with Dragonfly Voyagers, and feel free 8:30 Eastern. I need Todd to do the translation. I don't know what time that is in the UK. I'm not very good. Sorry. But feel free to share that. I'll put in the comments about the video that I just shared that had no sound as well. But thank you so much, you lot. It's been an experience, and I'm so glad that we did this. I just loved every moment. So thank you. And we will see you soon.
Merry Christmas.
Take care. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Happy holidays, everybody.
everybody.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.